Well, since most of my videos have been about borderline personality disorder, um, I also have bipolar, and I haven't talked a whole lot about bipolar because I guess because I've been bipolar longer than borderline personality disorder, and for me, bipolar is just easier. It's this way and it's this way, and then it's my nose itches because welcome to my world. So I think that because for some reason, I don't know if it's because I didn't feel good today or for what reason, I decided to make this video about bipolar. And I think it's a long time coming because it is something that is on my list of my playlists. And I just haven't talked about it that much because I'm so used to it. Where borderline, I'm not used to, I don't understand as well, so forth and so on. So, with that, bipolar is a chronic mental health condition characterized by extreme mood swings between periods of mania, elevated mood, and depression, low mood. Now, see, I have that. I have depression and I have seasonal depression in winter. And so winters are very difficult for me. Um, I isolate a lot because it's just to be by myself and not have to deal with certain things. Um, so I have an overview here on my screen that I'm just going to read, and I read it over already, and I just kind of had to laugh because you might as well just put a picture of me up on the screen. I couldn't believe I've never really done a whole lot of research because my doctors and my therapists, they've been able to explain it to me to where I didn't really have to look it up, where borderline I did a lot more research on my own. So I will explain each one, the mania and the depression. Um, Hang on, because this is going to drive me nuts, and I'm going to make funny faces the whole time if I don't do this, and you should know that by now. And I should have done this before I started, and I forgot, because I'm always obsessed with my lighting, and I'm never satisfied with how things look. And I know you don't come on YouTube to watch me put my lip shit on, but so be it. So anyway, symptoms, and I have been under the weather all day, that I just didn't really know what I wanted to do a video about until I was coming up the stairs feeling pretty down and out. And then that's when it occurred to me that I should do a video about bipolar. So, okay, the symptoms of mania are elevated mood or euphoria, increased energy and activity levels, decreased decreased need for sleep, racing thoughts and rapid speech, irritability and impulsivity, delusions or hallucinations in severe cases. It's funny, not funny in the sense of haha, but usually in winter I have the depression, but I do find that here and there I do have mania. It just kind of swings back and forth and can never make up its mind. It's so confusing. It's so difficult because you wake up one morning and you just feel fantastic and you have a great day, and the next day is completely opposite. And it's difficult. And now going through what I am going through, my new doctor, trying to switch meds on me is just screwing me up more. But I saw her the other day, and she found out that I was upset that I was only seeing her every 3 months, and how am I supposed to um, wean myself off of Xanax if I never see her, never know what she wants me to do next, and there's no direction. And when she found that out, she goes, "Okay, I'm going to see you every 2 weeks." I'm like, "God, I don't want to see you that often." But you know, she gave me some suggestions on how to handle lowering my Xanax intake. And I only did it once, and I guess I'm just really sensitive to medication. So yeah, I'm slurring my words because I'm so tired. I had just such a crappy day. I just did not feel good. And now we have to get up early in the morning and take the dogs to the vet for their shots and whatever. So I didn't think I'd be able to get us in that soon. I'm so shocked. Sorry. Like I told you, I'm not feeling good. So, symptoms of depression: persistent sadness and low mood, loss of interest or pleasure in activities, fatigue and reduced energy, difficulty concentrating and making decisions, changes in appetite and sleep patterns, thoughts of self-harm or suicide. And then there's two different kinds. There's bipolar 1 and there's bipolar 2. I have bipolar 1 that is characterized by full-blown maniac, no, not maniac, manic, yeah, episodes alternating with major depressive episodes, and bipolar 2 characterized by hypomanic episodes less severe than mania, alternating with major depressive episodes. Now, I always thought I was bipolar 2 because back when I was diagnosed, they really didn't have a grasp on bipolar 1 and 2. That was something I think that came about a little bit later, or I don't know, my doctor just maybe figured it out that I wasn't, that it used to be you're just bipolar. You're not bipolar 1 or you're not bipolar 2. You're just bipolar. And then all of a sudden I started to hear about bipolar 2, and I'm like, I think that's worse than 1. But now that I read about it, I can't say one's better or worse. I just think they're different. So I'm curious how your bipolar is. If you're bipolar 1, bipolar 2, you're different. I'm sorry, I'm very self-conscious. Um, and I see things and think there's something wrong or things like that. I'm going to try to move my camera, and there we go, and hope it doesn't fall off because I have to readjust it. It's really, it's fallen off before. Whatever. But no, I just wanted to, like I said, come on and talk about bipolar for once, because I know I've been focused on a lot of other issues, and bipolar wasn't one of them. Um, it's very hard to live with. And then David has bipolar as well. And now I actually diagnosed him with borderline personality disorder. And now you're probably asking yourself, you're not a doctor. How can you diagnose him with that experience? Not only having it, but knowing the different symptoms. And he even talked to his therapist about it, and she agrees that he is. So then we have that, and we have bipolar, and it makes for a challenging relationship. Not impossible. We've been together for over 8 years. We both still have the pulse. We have such a great relationship that we manage to work things out. If that means sitting together and talking about what's going on, separating from each other because things are too heavy, too intense, too, we're both hot headed at the time, and we're arguing. And if that means, taking our space, you go here, I'm going here, until one of us, me, gives in and goes down and says, okay, there's some time that has passed. I think it's time that we talk about it. And we talk about it, and we're honest about it. And we have that ability, and it's great to be able to have that kind of relationship that you don't just get pissed off, storm off, and forget about it. We don't do that. We communicate, and we do it very well. And then, we'll say, like, well, for instance, and we'll give examples. Well, this happened. What if we would do this instead? Um, and we try to come up with solutions on how to handle situations that occur. And we do a pretty good job. And the thing is, none of the professionals, stupid fucking, we've asked so many of them how we cope. And none of them know. That's what we always hear. I don't know. I don't know. Well, maybe go back and take that class and ask your professor that question. There'd be a thought. Maybe I should ask my therapist that question again if I haven't asked him already. And then get cocky and say, why don't you're educated, but you don't know. So why don't you go back to your professor and ask him or her, how do two people who are bipolar and borderline personality disorder, how do they make a relationship work? Go. You're educated. You're so fucking smart. That's what he pisses me off, about. They all have the answers, but that's the one answer they don't have. So, go back to the drawing board and figure it out. You're there to help us, so do it. Oh, I'm so irritable. Wow. See, that's just it. I recognize it in myself, and I don't like it. I just feel like I'm such a crab. And the thing is I'm sitting here looking at myself, bitching at myself. So I guess in that way it's kind of funny. But yet it isn't that. It's that I'm just plain irritated. You get paid how much fucking money a year to help us, and yet you don't have the answers. We do. I do. I'm the one who figured this out. David and I figured this out together. Why don't him and I get an office? He can be, my backup, and we'll give people therapy. Because I'll tell you, there are times I have more answers than they do, but they don't know jack shit. And it's frustrating because why are you going there? Let me see. To get help, to get answers. But then they'll say, We're not here to give you the answers. We're here to help you figure things out on your own. That's just bullshit. If I could figure it out on my own, I wouldn't be here. Oh man, Jesus. Whatever bug I got today went up my ass because I had a bug up my ass. I wasn't like this all day. I just got up here and it snowballs. It's like, okay, this is how I feel, and it escalates from feeling pretty mellow to getting agitated. That's part of bipolar. That's part of borderline. It's a lot of borderline where you can start out okay, and then it just escalates to fuck you. And it's the system. That's what the problem is. It's a system. They treat us like cattle, push us through. Hurry up. What are you here for? You don't need to be here. I've been now told that twice in a row that I don't need to be in therapy. Well, unfortunately, I don't want to say I want to be, but I do because I need somebody to talk to. I need somebody to vent to. I need somebody who might have an answer to a problem that I can't figure out for myself, even though I really can. Just somebody to be there, to be my sounding board. And yeah, to get me to think once in a while when I tell them to tell me the answer, because I'm not going to sit here and play fucking games. God, I'm the F-bomb trained tonight. So, no, that was, okay, so I'll just back off. And I would appreciate if you would comment, because I'd be curious how you have your bipolar and the things you do, or when you were diagnosed and how you're being treated. Because and I'm going to tell you this right now, just in case it's a situation, you cannot be on antidepressants when you're bipolar. And I say that because so many doctors are so quick to put you on antidepressants. They don't work with bipolar. And I'm telling you this because if you are on antidepressants and you are on bipolar, and you are bipolar, get a hold of your doctor and tell them this isn't working because antidepressants don't work with bipolar. So many doctors don't even know that. They're sometimes the smartest ones can be the stupidest ones. I've seen them. I've been there. I've been doing this for, what did I say, 36 years. So, okay, well, with that was just jolly. Would you please subscribe? I make a video every night, even when I'm in pain or I'm not feeling well or whatever. I mean, this is almost 20 minutes, and I said I would only make it 10. I think it might be norovirus, but I don't know. I just don't feel good. So, hope you have a good night. I hope you subscribe, because I do these topics that sometimes are all over the place because I have borderline personality disorder. That's the way it is. I try to make things humorous because that's the way I am. I cover shit up with humor. No, it's just my personality. I have one. Fuck, man. Yes, I do drop F-bombs because the simple fact is I talk to you and I do my videos the way that I am in real life. I'm real. So with that, have a good evening. Have a good week. If I don't see you before then, drop a comment. Hit me up with a like. We're just getting creative. And subscribe. See you later.